Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Necee. Welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I do post a new video every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, in today's video, I decided to do this emerald green glam look. I know that the holidays are right around the corner, and so is New Year's. Everybody wants to get dolled up and they want to look good, they want to feel good. I did pair this eye look with two different lips. You could either do just a basic nude like I'm doing, or a red, which you will see later on in the video. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Taking Makeup Revolution's concealer in the shade C6, I'm going to apply this all over my eyelids. Then with a fluffy crease brush, I'm going to blend it out to ensure that we have an even base for our eyeshadow. Using tape, I place this for a guideline for our eyeshadow. Going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to take the shade Creamsicle on a fluffied angled brush and place and pack the shade on the outer V. Then going in with a more round fluffy brush, I'm going to use windshield wiper in circular motions to ensure that everything is blended out seamlessly. Taking the shade Pukey, I'm going to repeat these same steps with that same fluffy blending brush. I'm then going in with the shade Buns on a more smaller fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to focus the shade mainly in the outer V and directly in the crease. Then using that fluffied angled brush with no additional product, I'm going to blend out the edges to ensure that everything looks seamless. Taking the shade Chip and that small fluffy blending brush, I'm going to place this directly on top of Buns to create more depth and dimension. Going back into the shade Creamsicle, I'm going to blend out the edges even more to give it more of a diffused look. I'm then going to use that same Makeup Revolution concealer to cut the crease. I have hooded eyelids, so I like to take my time with this part. I actually find that looking straight helps me to create the perfect cut crease for my eye shape. Going in with the shade Diva on a wet flat packer brush, I'm going to place and pack the shade where we place the concealer. I'm then going in with the shade Enchanted on a small flat definer brush and placing this between the shade Diva and Chip to marry the two together. Off camera, I quickly add on some simple liner and falsies. To prime the face, I'm first going in with NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I'm then going in with Maybelline's Baby Skin Primer, mainly in my T-zone area to fill in my pores and give a more smooth canvas for the foundation. For foundation, I'm going in with Fenty Beauty's Pro Filt'r Foundation in the shade 230, and I'm using my beauty blender to blend this out. I really like this foundation because it gives you a soft matte finish and it's long wearing. Let's ignore how exposed and washed out I look due to the studio lights. I promise at the end everything will look a bit more normal. Taking Makeup Revolution's concealer once again in the shades C6 and C7, I'm going to conceal and highlight under my eyes, and I'm just going to blend this out with the same beauty blender. Taking RCMA's translucent powder and my beauty blender, I'm going to set and bake under my eyes as well as my T-zone area. I will also use the RCMA powder to lightly set the rest of my face. Then I go in with L'Oreal's Pro Matte Powder in the shade Sun Beige to also set my face and to also add a bit more color back into my face. I'm also just going to go ahead and blend out the bakage. To bronze up the skin, I first go in with Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And then I also go in with Benefit's Hoola Bronzer over top. Be sure to blend down to your neck as well, ladies and gentlemen. For blush, I go in with these two more peachy shades from this blush and highlight palette from Makeup Revolution. Going back into the RCMA powder, I use my beauty blender to bake under my contour for a more crisp contour look. Going back to finish the eyes, I go in with the shade Enlight to highlight the brow bone. And then I take a clean fluffy brush to just blend everything out once again. Switching to the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, I first go in with this greenish goldish shade for the inner corner. I realized I wasn't feeling that, so I go in with the shade Beam from the Jaclyn Hill palette instead. And I use this shade wet on a small, flat, detailed brush. I also realized that I lost the footage from my bottom eyeshadow. I basically just used the shades Creamsicle and Pukey to blow out the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go ahead and blend out the contour bakage. For highlight, I go in with the shade Obsessed from the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I'm actually obsessed with. I get why she named it that. Over top of that, I go in with Becca Cosmetics highlight in the shade Opal. Then I set the face with Morphe's setting spray before going in with mascara. I find that when I set the face after I apply mascara, it sometimes transfers. For mascara, I go in with both NYX XXL mascara and Maybelline's Colossal Cat Eye mascara. For lips, you can either go really festive with a red. I chose this reddish shade from Revlon in the shade 107. Or you can just keep it cute with the nude. For this, I chose to combine Colourpop's Lippie Stick in the shade Brink and Maybelline's Shine Lipstick in the shade Baddest Beige. Alright guys, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you guys have any ideas or any looks that you guys would like me to do in the future, definitely leave me a comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Bye! Oh, okay, my hair is just doing its thing today. It's not about the hair today though, it's about the makeup.
I hope you hit that subscribe button.